Hi guys, this is Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with the Thursday morning, September 23rd, 2010 daily stock report. Here's the Dow, still on an uptrend, but we are getting some early sell signals on the indicators. Let's take a look at those real quick right here. We have the flat to turning down on the MACD histogram, and we have the stochastics have now crossed over to the downside. If you want to look in the past, you can see this when this occurred right in here, as well as the MACD histogram. You can see what's followed. So it's pretty hard to ignore the fact that we are getting some early sell signals. And what these indicators really represent is measuring the volume, the buying, how quick it's occurring, and a bunch of algorithmic calculations. And you can look that up on the internet somewhere for some search of what various indicators do and who developed that. But what I do know is that these indicators tend to be very accurate and very consistent. So let's take note of that. This is the Dow 30. Same look with the Nasdaq Composite, down 0.6% today. Basically, it's saying that there's less and less buying occurring, although stocks haven't turned over yet. It gives us that short window of opportunity to realize beforehand that there's likely to be some selling. So let's start reevaluating our long positions and consider reducing those longs. Here's the Nasdaq. It's been the strongest one. It's gone above that previous August high more than the other indexes. Here's the S&P 500 also pointing down on the indicators, what I call early warning signal on this histogram, and now stochastics have crossed over. %K has gone below that %D. And here's the Russell 2000. There's still a case to be made that all these indicators still are within that channel, but I like the indicators better than I do the channel. AZO went up 2.3% today and made up for yesterday's drop, still continuing that uptrend, no problem here. And Google might start softening up a little bit, flattening out, possibly turning down. Here's BIN, good entry point for a long, and this is the idea here is that each one of these little dips have been getting bought up, and we think that this is going to be one of those where it bounces up here. It's already starting to move up, had a higher high today, so we're looking for this type of uptrend to continue. CGA, getting pretty bored with this one, losing patience, flattening out. We're looking for a different idea than hanging in with CGA, although it's pretty good odds over a longer period of time that it bounces off this level that we saw in that first week of July, which is what we've done here. It's starting to do that, but it's been dead money so far. Here's CMG, Chipotle Mexican Grill, still an uptrend, no concern yet. MGA, we're looking for that bottom of a trough like we've seen in this stock previous to here, and we're looking to see if this one does the same type of action that we saw in previous stocks. VMW, low volatility, real gradual uptrend, looking good so far. HGSI, still on an uptrend. We do have the indicators pointing down, so that is a little bit of a concern if you look down at all these right in here. Here's VIT, looking good so far on the long side. Here's Crocs. This is the apparel footwear company. The stock has taken that drop here a couple weeks ago, and we bought off of this bottom, moved up to almost $12, dropped here almost 4% today, and you really want to protect what your buying price. So this really should have been stopped as a break even, or if you have a wider tolerance or a higher risk tolerance, you can have your stop loss as low as 10.50. Now, what to look for if you're still long is this should start, the $11 figure should hold here, and it should start bouncing up off of that $11 and move higher, preferably higher than that $12 figure. Otherwise, I think this one could be a problem. CHSI down 11.8%. Your order should have stopped here at the open, which was 34.07 right here on the left side. And that's the first price the top of that candle right there, not the top of the wick, but the top of that body. Now, CHSI has had a pretty decent buying on these dips here, but this clearly broke through that previous support line, so that's a big concern. Yes, it closed at 32.69, and this thing needs to move up for you guys if you're still long this, but that's the beauty of these stop losses. They're automatically trigger even if you sleep in. ARK is a problem. It dropped below the purchase price area, and if you really look at that, we don't like it breaking that line. So that's stopped out, and you really want to protect what you paid for it. You buy it for 15, it goes up to 15.30 for a few days, a couple days up. No big deal or not much of a profit, but when it makes a spike down here, you want to, that really should be a red flag. So you guys know the routine. You take care, put the odds in your favor, don't get leveraged, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.